Hello, my name is Janela Lotan, and this is my video assignment for my prototype for my board game for SGD 212, and I'm going to show you my game. This is only a prototype, so I made it in a Monopoly board because my game also works with dice, and you also move in spaces, and you need like colors for my game. So that's why I chose the Monopoly board. I thought it was the one to make sense. So I'm going to explain you a little bit about it. So we're going to have this deck of personal cards, a deck of event cards, and a deck of prophecy cards. Each of these is going to have a different color, which is going to correspond to different spaces. And the event cards go with the event spaces, and the personal with the personal spaces. In the prophecy spaces, there's going to be special tokens that are used to collect more points, and those are going to be around the board. The event cards are going to be also cards that give you points, and the personal cards are going to be cards that have personal belongings or things that or powers that you can invoke to defeat the event or the prophecy. And then there's these empty spaces where I didn't put anything. Those are safe spaces, which are just like resting places where you don't have to do anything. And so let's test it out. So the first thing you have to do is the shortest person starts. That's because I'm usually the shorter person in the group. So you roll the die, you roll it, and then you move accordingly. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got an event card. So a woman is crying on the street to the hunger of her family. To help her, you have to give her food plus 10 points. So you check your personal cards. For example, my personal cards, I'm going to pick these 3. Okay, usually each player has 6 personal cards. So I'm going to pick 3 just because I'm playing by myself, and it's just a test. So I see I have food. Okay, so I can pick to use the food to help her, or I can save my food because maybe it's going to be useful in a prophecy, and if it's useful in a prophecy, maybe I'll get more points from it. Okay, but and somebody else will read this to you, so you don't see how many points you would get from this card. But since I'm playing by myself, I'm going to choose to give the food to the woman. So I return the personal card to the personal pile, so I can't use it anymore. And then I keep this, which is going to keep my points. Okay, then the next person's turn goes, and they roll the dice. They roll the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing is there, so nothing happens. It's my turn now. I roll again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I fail in a prophecy. So I pick up my prophecy card. I read it. It says the first horseman comes representing conquest, bringing false religion. So this game, it's called Revelations. It's is based on the revelations on the Bible. So everything in here, it's going to be a reference to that. Okay, so the first prophecy are going to be about the first 4 prophecies about the horsemen. The next ones are going to be like about destruction in earth. Then the next ones are going to be the trumpets and stuff like that, until we defeat the last dragon at the end, and we see who goes to heaven, who goes to hell, and who is going to the purgatory. So I read these for everybody. Okay, so everybody, prophecy cards are applied for everybody, even if you're the one who falls in it. So to counterattack these first horsemen, you have to use either a Bible or prayers. If you only have one of those, you get half of the points. If you have both of them in your personal cards, then you get 20 points. For example, I look at mine. I only have Million of Prayers and Crosses, so I would only get 10 points. But let's say the person I'm playing with has Million of Prayers and also has the Bible here. So if they have both, then they can say, I have the most, and so they would take the card and the token. Okay, they can only take the token when they have both, so that means they get the most of the points. And they put their personal cards back and then take this, and that's how 3 turns have passed by, right? So yeah, and you keep going until you read all the cards and go through all the spaces. Then when you get at the end, you're going to also read the last prophecy card, see who has the personal things, and then you're going to count all your points, all the tokens you collected. Who has more than 100 points goes straight to heaven. Who has from 70 to 50, they can have a last event or prophecy card that will either allow them to go to heaven or stay there, so they would lose. And the people who have less than 70 points immediately lose. And that's the game. Thank you.